Hello learners, welcome back. I'm so sure you're excited about being a dietitian or being a nutritionist. So far so good. This is because we've been able to cover 5 topics. The first one being introduction to the dietetics profession. So far so good. You know who is a dietitian, their roles, and where they can get to work. You are also able to conduct a thorough nutritional screening and assessment, considering the ABCD approach and applying it properly, and also knowing how to interpret the information you're getting from the assessment tools. And also, you've been equipped with the medical terminologies related to dietetics, and you know them very well. And you also know the dietary guidelines that are there across different regions. We have the American dietary guidelines, Australian, among others, and you know how to interpret and work with those guidelines. You've also learned about the nutritional requirement across the lifespan. That is, starting from infancy all the way to old age. You know the nutritional needs, what they need, and what should be incorporated in their diets and why. In today's topic, we're going to be learning about menu planning and recipe modification. Learners, I'm so sure there's a time in your life you've always wondered, or you've just found yourself asking, what am I going to cook today? And sometimes it becomes a challenge, because you find maybe you don't want to be monotonous on whatever you're eating. So to be able to curb that problem, it is always advisable for you to have a menu plan. The benefits of this menu plan are things like it saves you a lot of time, because at least you know what you're going to eat at what particular time. And it also helps in budgeting, because when you come up with a menu plan for an entire week, you're able, when you're going for the grocery shopping, you're able to know what you're going to buy and what you're not going to buy. And it also helps you avoid buying things in bulk that you're not going to use and they end up spoiling or rotting. Number 3, this menu plan helps you to ensure that you're having nutritional diversity or nutrient diversity. This is because you'll be able to distribute across the entire week, from breakfast, lunch, dinner, and even the snack. You're able to distribute all the food using the food pyramids. You know that at least I'll eat this particular protein maybe once a week or twice. I'll use this particular carbohydrate. I'll consume it on Monday and Wednesday and Thursday. So that really helps you. Another important thing is about recipe modification. This is altering the recipe to meet certain nutritional needs. A good example is by, you can modify a diet according to texture. You find that somebody has issues with the throat, but again you want to make sure that they get all the nutrients that they require. So you can modify that by pureeing or by blending. At other times, you can modify a diet by omitting or increasing a particular nutrient. This is a very good example. Is like if you have a diabetic patient in your family, or that are partaking in that meal, you should be able to omit the highly processed foods. And sometimes if you are working with a patient who has something to do with kidneys, you're able to omit maybe the sugars, the potassium. Also, you can modify a diet depending on somebody's religion and cultural beliefs. For example, like for Muslims, they're forbidden from eating certain things like pork. So definitely when you're coming up with your menu plan, you should put into consideration those kind of things. Is this person lactating? Is this person sick, or is he or she overweight or underweight? So when you're coming up with those menus, you're going to be able to jot in those key points. So learners, as you continue learning this whole entire course, just know that it is always important to have a good menu plan. You don't have to be a professional, but at least you make sure that you consider everything that they need. Thank you, and let's get right into it.